Okay, so due to a rain problem, class is delayed for 15 minutes or 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, yes. Now we'll start the questions from our material. Okay, so first we will solve question number 1. All these questions are already discussed. Only we have to check any changes there in the data or not. Okay, let me start. Okay, now question number 1. So one company is there which produces 4 products A, B, C, D, and they are using 3 machines, 1 to 3. Machine capacity is limited to 3100 hours per month for each machine. Following information is available for one particular month. So sales is given and minus material. So this is throughput contribution. Sales minus direct material cost. Throughput contribution is already given. 1600, 1100, 1200, 700. So machine hours required per unit is machine 1 to 3, 10, 7, 3, 9, 10, 3, 11, 5.5. Okay, and so on. So estimated demand is 200, 300, 400, 500. So allocate the machine hours for maximizing the profit. Okay, so here first we have to check main bottleneck. Okay, how to check this? Very simple. First, total time required for machine 1 means for all machines 3100 hours is given. So how much time is required for producing A, B, C, D? We have to check for every machine. If that is more than 3100 hours required, then there is a bottleneck. If that is less than 3100, it is not a bottleneck. Already we discussed this. So 10 plus 7 plus 3 plus 1.25, and directly you can multiply with demand, but demand is not same here, so direct multiplication is not possible. Separate only have to multiply. So 200 into 10, 7 into 300, 3 into 400, 1.525 into 500. So you will get machine hours for machine 1. Thereafter 9 into 200, 10 into 300, 3 into 400, 1.5 into 500. This is for second. Then 11 into 200, 5 into 300, 0.5 into 400, 0.75 into 500. Okay. So we'll start this solution now. Okay. So first working node is what? Statement of identifying the bottleneck. So 4 products are there. So we are preparing 4 columns. This is throughput accounting ratio. One more column also I can add here. First is machine 1. So 10 into 200. Next 7 into 300. 3 into 400. 1.25 into 500. Okay, now second machine. Okay, now we have to check total hours. How much required? So this is total machine hours required. Okay, yes. Okay, right. चलिए, so students have to send the answers here. First 2000, next 2100, 1200. Next, this is how much? Please send the answer online. This is how much? Next, 3000, 1200. This is 750. This is 375. Okay, just 1 minute. I will bring the calculator and do the calculation. 1 minute. this is 625. Okay, so first 2000, next 2100, 1200, 625. So 5925. Next 1800, 3000, 1200, 750. 6750. 2200, 1500, 200, 375, 4275. Yes. Now total hours available is 3100. So we have to calculate throughput accounting ratio here. So 5925 divided by 3100. Okay. So 5925 divided by 3100. 1.91. Next 6750 divided by 3100. So this is 2.177. Next 4275 divided by 3100. 1.37. 9. So 38 you can round off. Also 18 you can round off. So in this, main bottleneck is machine 2. Main bottleneck is what? Machine 2. Machine 2. Now according to this, you have to calculate the allocation of hours. So for calculating the allocation of hours, first you have to calculate what? Throughput contribution per hour. So this is statement of ranking. Now throughput contribution per unit. 1600, 1100, 1200, 700. Okay. Now this will be divided by bottleneck hours. Bottleneck time per unit. 9, 10, 3. Okay. Now we are calculating the throughput written per, this is bottleneck time required per unit in hours. Okay. Now throughput contribution per hour. Per hour. So 1600 divided by 9, 1100 divided by 10, 1200 divided by 3, 700 divided by 1.5. Now ranking. Okay. So this is first, second, third, fourth. Okay. So first we have to produce D. Thereafter C. Thereafter A. If any hours available, then we can produce B. Okay. So please note this. Yes. Correct. Yes, correct. So all the students have given correct answers. Perfect. So now we'll complete the how many units we can manufacture by using these hours that we have to decide. Statement of optimal production. Balance hours this is. This is contribution. चलिए first we have to produce D. So for 500 units we can produce here. So if 500 are produced, how many hours will be used? 500 into 1.5. This is we are deciding according to bottleneck hours. Okay. So bottleneck is machine 2 now. So according to that, 500 into 1.75 means how many hours will be utilized? 750. So balance hours available 3100 minus 750. 2350. Contribution will be 500 into D's contribution is 700. Next product is C. So C 400 units. Okay. So 400 units into how much time required? 0.5. So 200. So 2350 minus 200. So 2150. So this is 400. Next product is C. 3. Sorry, 3. This is 3. Yes. 2350 minus 1200. So 1150. Clear? So balance 1150. This is 400 into 1200. Clear? Now next is product A. Balance hours so much available? 1150. So 1150 divided by 9 hours na bottleneck? Yes. So 127 units we can produce. So fraction is coming. So 127.7. Actually units cannot be in fraction, but for matching the answer I am writing this, otherwise you can round off this. You can write 128 also. Okay. So 128 into 9 is 127. Actually we have to take here. So 128 into 9. So 1150. 0. Okay. You can take 127 also. It is your choice. Okay. That is your choice. If 127 into 9 means 1143 come. That's why I have taken 128 here for rounding off purpose. So here I will take 127.77 only into contribution is 1600. Okay. So this is the answer. 2,04,444. This is 400 into 1200. 4,80,000. This is 500 into 700. 3,50,000. Actually, so this is the final answer. Copy this. So 10,34,444 is total. Note this. Check the answers. We cannot produce B here because hours not available. Hours not available. So all students, once in the message, this is understand. I will start next question now. This is understand or not? Right. So now we're starting next question. So question number 2 is homework. This you can solve in homework. Exactly similar to question number 1. Already they have given 500 units demand for each product and machine capacity limited to 6,000 hours for each machine. So directly you can add this and multiply with 500. Directly you will get total hours divided with 6,000. Already throughput accounting ratio given. Check out. Okay. So this already given now. So directly you can divide with this bottleneck hours. This is main bottleneck. Okay. Throughput contribution. Then calculate the optimal production. So homework. So now question number 4. Question number 4. So question number 4 we are starting. Concentrate. TP Limited produces a product which passes through two processes, cutting and finishing. Okay. So cutting and finishing. Following information is provided. Cutting, finishing. Hours available per annum 50,000, 60,000. Hours needed per unit 5, 12. Fixed operating cost 10 lakhs. The selling price of the product is 1,000 per unit and only variable cost is direct material 400 per unit. There is a demand of all units whatever they produce. Evaluate each of the following proposal independently. So these are independent situations. An outside agency is willing to do finishing operation of any number of units between 5,000 and 7,000 units at 400 per unit. An outside agency is willing to do cutting operation of 2,000 units at 200 per unit. Additional equipment for cutting can be brought 10 lakh to increase the cutting facility by 50,000 hours with annual fixed expenses increased by 2 lakhs. Okay. Chaliye, so we'll start the solution now. So first we have to calculate which is bottleneck department, cutting department or finishing department. Identifying the main bottleneck. Hours available per annum 50,000, 60,000. Hours needed per unit. So how many units they can produce? Maximum possible production. $50,000 by 5, 60,000 by 12. So this is 10,000 units. This is 5,000 units. So this is maximum possible production. So here bottleneck department is finishing department. Finishing department is the bottleneck department because capacity of cutting department is 10,000, capacity of finishing department is 5,000. So finishing department is bottleneck. Yes, total how many students are attending the class, they have to send message. Understand? Because I have to check all the messages here and accordingly I have to provide the sufficient information. Okay, so all students have to check the messages. So bottleneck department is finishing department. Because its capacity is less than cutting. Okay. Capacity is less than cutting department. Okay. So after this, what is required? After this, what is required? After this, very simple throughput contribution we can easily calculate. That is selling price minus variable cost. But the question is what? An outside agency is willing to do the finishing operation of any number of units between 5000 and 7000 units at the rate of 400 per unit. So it means right now company's contribution is how much? Throughput contribution is how much? 1000 selling price, 400 variable cost, means direct material cost. So their contribution is, throughput contribution is 600. Their throughput contribution is 600. If finishing department operations is outsourced, okay, then for each unit they are charging 400. So from this 400 will be reduced. So your contribution, incremental contribution will be how much? 200. So incremental contribution 200 coming. So outsourcing is profitable. Outsourcing is profitable. So they can give 5000 units also. They can give 7000 units also. But in this 5000 and 7000, more profitable is 7000. Reason is, on 5000 only their fixed cost is recovered. That is 5000 units into how much extra contribution? 200. So 10 lakhs. And their fixed cost also 10 lakhs. So only their fixed cost recovered. If they give the outsourcing for 7000 units, then 7000 into 200. So 14 lakhs is additional contribution. From this fixed cost is how much? 10 lakhs. So extra contribution 4 lakhs will come. So 5000 also very good, 7000 also very good. But in 5000, 7000, most beneficial is 7000. Most beneficial is 7000 because on every unit 200 rupees incremental contribution is coming. So if units increasing means contribution will also increase. Understand? Really. So first option 1. Option 1. Additional contribution per unit from outsourcing. Additional contribution per unit from outsourcing. So this is selling price per unit 1000 minus direct material cost 400 minus outsourcing cost 400. So this is additional contribution, means incremental contribution. Okay. So additional contribution per unit is 200. So you can go for the finishing operation outsourcing. So finishing operation outsourcing is worthwhile. Yeah, profitable. beneficial. Okay. So finishing operation outsourcing is beneficial. Okay. For 5,000 units or 7,000 units. For 5,000 units or 7,000 units. Clear? So if you calculate the profitability, then 7,000 units better. 7,000 units is better. So this is okay. Now from this you can deduct fixed cost. Actually this is not required. I'm doing the extra calculation here. Your answer is completed here only. But I'm showing the profitability also. So this is the profitability. Shall I note this? So option 1 completed. Now option 2 and 3 required. Shall I, this is completed a message here. Once you complete it, please send the message. Once this is completed, send the message here. Shall I, second option. Option 2. Option 2 is what? An outside agency is willing to do cutting operation for 2000 units at the rate of 200. See, cutting department is not the bottleneck here. Finishing department is the bottleneck. If you outsource cutting department 2000 units to outside agency, generally already cutting department capacity is more than finishing. So again what will happen? Cutting department capacity will increase. So we need to increase the capacity of finishing, or we have to produce the product according to finishing. So increasing cutting department capacity will not have any benefit. So this is not beneficial because already cutting department is having the spare capacity. So any department in which there is a spare capacity, that department capacity cannot be increased. The department capacity should be adjusted according to bottleneck department. So increment will not give any benefit here. So here outsourcing, cutting department, operations for 2000 units. Is not beneficial. Clear? Since cutting department is already having the spare capacity. Since cutting department is already having the spare capacity. This is the answer. Okay. Contribution will decrease and no benefit will come. Yes, girls students are not messaging here whether they are attending the class or not. Outsourcing cutting department operations for 2000 units is not beneficial since cutting department is already having the spare capacity. How much? 5000 units. Spare capacity of 5000 units. Option 3. Okay, right. Option 3. Additional equipment for cutting can be brought for 10 lakhs to increase the capacity by 50,000 hours with annual fixed expenses increased by 2 lakhs. This is also not recommended because already cutting department is having the spare capacity. So again, if you are purchasing the machine and again increasing the capacity of cutting department will result in what? Extra units will come and there is a WIP inventory pile up possibility. Okay. So this is also not recommended. This is also not recommended. Purchase of additional equipment to increase the cutting department capacity is not beneficial. This will result in additional production in cutting department and will increase WIP inventory and will increase the WIP inventory. Okay, so actually they have to increase the capacity of finishing department, so and will increase the WIP inventory. Instead, company should increase the finishing department capacity. Which department? Finishing department capacity. Instead, company should increase the finishing department capacity by installing equipment at in finishing department. This is the third answer. I hope all these answers are understand clear. Chale, so I'm starting the next question now. Okay, right. Chale, right. Question number 5. Z Limited produces a single product X which passes through 3 processes ABC. The output per hour of the 3 processes 12, 10, 5, 15 of X respectively. Company operates 8 hours a day per day. This is per day. 6 days in a week, 48 weeks in a year. Selling price 150 and material cost 30. Conversion cost 24,000 per week. Determine throughput accounting ratio per day. Calculate how much the company could spend on additional equipment to improve throughput of process B. Okay, if it wishes to recover its cost in following time period, 2 years, 12 weeks. Okay, so in B they are interested. Again, calculate revised throughput accounting ratio if money is spent. Okay, So this is also a very good question. Simple also. So first what we have to do here, first we have to calculate throughput contribution per day. Throughput contribution, throughput accounting ratio per day. So in this, what is required? First we have to calculate output per day. What we have to calculate? Output per day. Output per day is 12 units every hour. They are producing 10 units and 15 units. This is production per hour. This will be multiplied with daily how much time they are working. So daily they are working 8 hours time. So A, B, C, 3 processes are there. Okay. So ABC, the output per hour of these processes. So A, 12 units into 8 hours. B, 10 units into 8 hours. C, 15 units into 8 hours. So 96, 80, maybe 120 this is. Yes, 120. Now output of A, B, C means 3 processes are there. Process A, process B, process C. Now process A's capacity is 96, B's capacity is 80, C's capacity is 120. So in this bottleneck process is B process. Bottleneck process is B process. Understand? So B process is a bottleneck process because capacity of B is less than C and A. Understand? Yes, sir. So according to process B, we have to calculate the throughput accounting ratio per day. Sorry. Okay. So this is 80. This is 80 units for the day. Now what is throughput contribution? 150 minus 30. So 120 is your throughput contribution per unit. 120. Okay, so 120 into 80 units for the day. So 9600 is throughput contribution for the day. So throughput contribution per day. 120 into 80. 9600. Okay. Now we have to calculate cost per day. So this 24,000 is per week cost. And in a week, 6 days are there. So cost per day. 24,000 by 6. So 4,000. Shayad. Yes. 4,000. Now throughput accounting ratio 9600 divided by 4,000. So 2.4. So first answer is coming 2.4. Understand? Yes, message here. First answer is understand? Yes, throughput accounting ratio 2.4. मैसेज करिए थ्रूपुट अकाउंटिंग रेशियो 1.4 and 2.4 understand? Right, sir. We will start. So first we are calculating the output per day. Process A, B, C. So this is This is output per day 96, 80, 120. Okay. Now output of process B is less than A and B. Therefore, bottleneck is process B. Bottleneck is what? Process B. Clear? Now throughput accounting ratio. Per day. This is first answer. So first throughput contribution per day. This is selling price per unit minus direct material cost into output of process B. So this is 150 minus 30 into output of process B is 80. So 120 into 80, 9600. 9600. Okay. Now cost per day 24,000 divided by 6. 24,000 is for week and weekly 6 days are there. So 4,000. So throughput accounting ratio 9600 by 4,000. 2.4. Okay. This is first answer. Now second answer. First note this. Thereafter I will start the second answer. Shall I now complete it? Yes, correct. Correct. A and C. So now we are starting second point. Okay. So second point is what? Second point is how much cost a company has to incur. How much cost company has to incur. Calculate how much the company could spend on equipment to improve the throughput of process B if it wishes to recover the cost in 2 years and 12 weeks. So process B point of view, we have to answer this. So how much company should spend on equipment to improve the throughput? This is calculation of additional cost to be spent. On equipment to improve throughput of process B. Okay. First, if you check all these departments as compared to department A, the output of B is 16 units less. Okay, so first it has to increase the units in such a way that at least department A's maximum capacity should be used. They cannot directly increase to 120. If they increase to 120, then this two department capacity will be 120, 120. A department capacity will be 96. So again A will become bottleneck. Understand? So if they increase the capacity to 120, this department also will become 120, this will be also 120. Okay, but A will now bottleneck department because its capacity is 96 only. So first B has to increase the capacity exactly similar to capacity of A. Then this two department capacity will be equal. And C capacity is already more than this. So there will be no bottleneck here. Everything will be properly managed. So extra output is 16 units. Extra output how much? 16 units. So first we have to calculate additional output per day. To make units equal to process A. Okay, additional output per day to make units equal to process A. So this is 96 minus 80. So 16 units they have to increase. How many units? 16 units. Now how much cost is required? Okay, how much cost company should spend to improve the throughput? So for this 16 units extra, how much cost they have to incur? Because they have given if they want to recover the cost in 2 years. If they want to recover the cost in 2 years. So if cost is recovered in 2 years, so two options are given. Additional output per day to make units equal to processes 16. Now two answers are given here. First is if cost is recovered in 2 years. In this case 16 units into 120 rupees contribution per unit. Okay. Contribution is 120 now? Yes sir. Now 2 years. How much time they have given? 2 years. So it means 48 weeks time. Clear? 48 weeks into 2 years into 6 days into 6 days. Clear? So 16 into 120 into 48 into 2 into 6. 11 lakhs 5,920. 11 lakhs 5,920. So if they want to recover cost in 2 years, this is the amount. Exactly what is this? Calculate how much company could spend on equipment to improve the throughput of process B if it is to recover the cost in 2 years. It means if they want to recover the cost in 2 years, this much will be the amount. Okay. Means 11 lakhs 5,920 rupees they have to incur. So this will be recoverable in how much time? 2 years time from the contribution. Now B. If 12 weeks time, cost is recovered in 12 weeks. So same again. (16 units) 120. Here 12 weeks will come. Into 2 years will not come here. Into 6 days only. Sorry. Okay, so this is 138 to 40 something coming. Again I will check 16 into 120 into 12 into 6 is 138 to 40. This is the B point. If cost is recovered in 12 weeks. Next is calculate the revised throughput accounting ratio if this money is spent. Third answer. Calculation of revised throughput accounting ratio if money is spent. So very simple, if money is spent, every day output will increase to 16 units. So throughput contribution per day will be (96 units) into 120. 11 520. Cost per day same. 4,000. So throughput accounting ratio will be 2.88. 2.88. This is the answer. Should note this. After spending the money, their capacity will be increased to 96 units, process B capacity. So according to 96, contribution, throughput contribution per day will be 11,520. So cost will not change, cost will be same, fixed cost. In question they have not mentioned here any fixed cost is applicable or not. That's why this will remain same. If mentioned, this will also increase. If it is not mentioned, directly from previous existing cost only should divide. Right. Shall noted and understand by all students. Okay. Right. So now we are starting next question. Question number 3. Okay, question number 3 I will solve. Question number 6 and 7 is easy. This will be given in homework. 8th also I will solve. That's it. Topic will be completed. So first we are doing question number 3, concentrate. H Limited manufacture 3 products. The material cost, selling price and bottleneck resource details per unit is given below. So selling price 66, 75, 90. Materials and other variable costs. So here other variable cost is included. So don't try to remove this from material costs. That point is not mentioned. So sometime in examination already given explanation na. Okay, materials and other variables will be given. Okay, so we can't try to exclude this from material. Okay. Bottleneck resource time 15, 15, 20. Budgeted factory cost 221,600. Bottleneck time 75, 120. Very simple. First we have to calculate return per hour. Okay, or per minute. So this is given in minutes now. So we have to calculate return per minute. Throughput contribution divided by bottleneck time in minutes. So return per minute will come. Then cost per minute. This cost divided by this. Then return per minute divided by cost per minute. Directly throughput accounting ratio will come. Okay. And which product we have to produce according to ranking also we have to decide. So here very simple, which products throughput contribution per unit, per minute is more, that product is produced first and priority will be given to other product according to their rank. Understand? Here now we'll start. Sorry. The first answer. statement of and ranking. Okay. The statement of throughput contribution and ranking. Okay. So 66, 42, 45, 50. Throughput contribution per unit. This is given in minutes. Two point eight, 3, 2.5. This is the ranking. So first answer completed. Second answer is throughput accounting ratio. So here XYZ three departments throughput contribution we have calculated. Okay. 2.8, 3, 2.5. Understand? Yes, sir. So which is rank 1? Rank 1 is Y. So rank 1 product is Y product. So priority will be what? First Y. Thereafter X. Thereafter Z. Like this. Yes, sir. Chalo, we are calculating throughput accounting ratio. Yes, we have to calculate for all three products. Actually, it is required for bottleneck department, but here bottleneck department is not given. So we have to calculate for all three products. Return per minute. This is throughput contribution per unit. Throughput contribution per unit. Per minute, sorry. Per minute. So this is 2.8, 3, 2.5. Now cost per minute. Okay. Cost per minute. So cost per minute is 2,21,600 divided by time. $75, 120 minutes. So 2.949. 949 means 95. Okay. Now throughput accounting ratio. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. So 1 divided by 2. So 2.8 divided by 2.95. 0.95 cent. 100 of value. Next 3 divided by 2.95. 1.01617. 2.5 by 2.95, 0.847. This is throughput accounting ratio. Okay. So according to throughput accounting ratio, it should be more than 1. So X and Z throughput accounting ratio is less than 1. So what we can recommend? Product Y should be manufactured. Recommendation. The recommendation is product Y should be produced in maximum quantity. Production of X and Z is not recommended since throughput accounting ratio is less than 1. Not recommended. If company want, they can manufacture, but this is not recommended. Okay now? Chile, this is completed. Please message here. Now one more question only pending, that is 8th question. After that, this topic will be completed. 6th and 7th is homework. Very simple, that is. Chaliye, fast reply. Completed? Understand? Solution to question number 3. Yes, send the message. Okay. Now we are starting question number 8. 6th, 7th homework already remaining completed now. First we solved, second homework same question, third already we completed now, fourth also completed, fifth also completed, 6th, 7th homework. This is easy, you can manage easily. Okay. Only one hint I will provide here in 6th question. See, what is this? Selling price minus material cost, you will get throughput contribution. Thereafter conversion cost given, maximum demand given, output per machine hour given 3.125, 2.5. So this is output per machine hour, means in 1 hour how much quantity they are producing. How much quantity they are producing. But if you calculate throughput contribution here, this will be in per unit. So this is also required in the same manner. Is output per machine hour. So in 1 hour they are producing 3.125 units. It means for 1 unit how much time required, that we have to calculate. So this will be time required for 1 unit you have to calculate. Okay. time required for 1 unit. Time required per unit. So this is 1 by 3.125. This is 1 by 2.5. Because in 1 hour they are producing 3.125 and in 1 hour 2.5 units. So for every 1 unit how much time required? So 1 divided by 3.125. So this is 32.32. This is 1 divided by 2.5. This is 0.4. Okay. It means output per machine hour. This is 1 hour 3.125. So for 1 unit, how much time required? So for 1 unit, 32 minutes time required. Means this is not minutes, this is hours only we'll write, because we are writing in fraction now, so this is hours only. If you multiply with 60, this will be in minutes. Okay. Understand? Right, sir. So this is hours only. Clear? Right, sir. So conversion cost 30 lakh, 18 lakhs given. So this is 0.32 hours, this 0.4 hours. So first calculate contribution per hour. Okay. Thereafter remaining procedure is same. How to calculate contribution per hour? This is the contribution. This will be divided by this hours. So which product contribution per hour is higher, that product is first preferred to manufacture. Okay. Maximum units of that product we have to produce, because this is written per minute or per hour concept. Okay. Understand? So note this point, important. Here students will make the mistake. This is the important key point. From this you can calculate the throughput accounting ratio, means throughput accounting ratio or throughput contribution per hour. So throughput contribution per hour is this one. So time required per unit is 0.32 hours, 0.4 hours. In 1 hour they are producing this much. This is not important. 1 unit required, how much time? That is important, because this is in 1 unit. So this should be also in 1 unit point of view. I hope this point is clear. Yes. Now clear now? Question number 6 point. Question number 6. This explanation is understand? Students are not messaging properly. Please send the message. I'm waiting for their messages. Okay, understand. Okay. After this, same procedure. Which product throughput contribution per hour is generally more, that product should be manufactured more, other product should be in less quantity. Thereafter calculate the optimal contribution, and from that deduct fixed cost. This is also same homework. This is simple than previous question. Question number 8 we are solving. This is the last question. A company is producing 4 products PQRS by using 3 different machines XYZ. Each machine capacity is limited to 6,000 hours per month. The details are given below. PQR, selling price, variable cost, machine hours required for X to produce P20, Q12, R4, 2 for S. Y also, Z also given. Here demand 200 is given, same. So when this is same, add this and directly you can multiply, will get total how much time required for XYZ. Allocate bottleneck activity. Ascertain machine hours on the basis of bottleneck. Ascertain profit expected in month if monthly fixed cost is 9,50,000. Calculate unused spare capacity also. Unused spare capacity will come for non-bottleneck department. This will come for non-bottleneck. because bottleneck capacity fully we will use. So this will come for non-bottleneck. Right? Yes, sir. Shall I will start this? So first we have to calculate bottleneck activity. In this question, demand is same. So there is no need to multiply separate. Directly also you can multiply. But here please pay the attention. In examination, if department is different, separate multiplication required. Okay. So some students will do the solution blindly without following any proper guidelines. So possibility of mistake. Machine X 20 into 200, 12 into 200, 4 into 200, 2 into 200. Okay. So directly you can do solve in this way: 20, 12, 4. So add this 20, 12, 4, 2, 38. 38 into 200, 7,600. Directly you can write 7,600. So 7,600 available how much? 6,000. So divided by 6,000. So 1.26. This is throughput accounting ratio for X. Next, machine Y. 20, 18, 'okay. So here also 20, 18, 6, 3. Add this. Into 200, 9,400. $1.56. Check this calculation. If any error is there, please send the message. 5,800. Okay. So this department is not a bottleneck. Sorry, this machine. So 0.967. Okay, so bottleneck department is Y, machine Y. Okay. If demand is not same, separate, multiply and add. If demand is as same, directly you can add this hours, multiply with demand. So main bottleneck is machine Y. So machine Y is main bottleneck. Because availability is 6,000 only, but requirement is 9,400. Machine Z is not a bottleneck because available is 6, required is 5,800. Chile, now second is what? Allocation of machine hours on the basis of bottleneck. So allocation of machine hours on the basis of bottleneck. First I am calculating the throughput contribution here. selling price per unit. Bottleneck time. So why is the bottleneck? So according to the 20, 18, 6, 3. Now about contribution. For R. Okay. So this is 1, this is 2. So 1 by 2. 3000 by 20. $400. Now ranking. First, second, third, fourth. This is the ranking. Now allocation we can do. First we have to produce S. First which product is produced? S. Okay. See, in this table only You can calculate or you can prepare separate table also. That is your choice. I am doing in this table only. So allocation of machine hours. So first, which product is produced? S. S must be produced. Okay. So how much? Total demand is 200. So 200 into how much time required? 3. So 600. So total we have 6000 hours only. How much time we have? 6000 only. So from 6600 is used here. Okay. So we have 5400. Now second is what? R. R demand is also 200. How much time it required? 6. So 1200. So minus 1200 means now 4200. Now P. How much demand? 200. 20. 4000. Okay. Now only 200 hours available. How much time available? 200 hours. Clear? See, first rank 1, 200 into 3, 600 used. Rank 2, 200 into 6, 1200 used. Okay. So balance 4200 is 1800 minus 6000. Then A means P product 200 into 20. So 4000. Now only 200 available. So it means from 200, how much we can produce? 200 divided by bottleneck time is 18. So 11.11. 11.11 into 18. Understand? 11.11 into 18. This is the allocation of machine hours. So this is used. Ultimately, possible production is how much? This we can produce 200. This we can produce 11 only. This we can produce 200. This we can produce 200. You'll note this first. This is the possible production. This is the possible production. This 11.11 is coming by 200 divided by 18. 200 divided by 18. Understand? This figure is coming 200 divided by 18. Understand? Anybody interested? Note this. The last 5 minutes time required. This particular point is here explained. Right, sir. The last and final, profitability. This is third answer. So first we are calculating the contribution. So this is P 200 into 3000, Q 11 into 2400, R 200 into 2000, S 200 into 1200. This is the contribution: 3000, 2400, 2000, 1200. Okay, 200 into 3000, 6 lakhs, 11 into 2400, 26, 400, 200 into 2000, 4 lakhs, 200 into 1200, 2,40,000. $1266,400. This is total contribution. Minus fixed cost. Okay. $9,50,000. So 316,400. That's it. So copy this. Now only we have to calculate spare capacity. Only we have to calculate spare capacity. Calculation of spare capacity. This is machine X. Okay. This is P, Q, R, S. Total. Machine X. So how many units we can produce for P? 200. How much time required if X is used? 20. Q 11 units only into is 11.11 समझिए into 12. R 200 into 4. S 200 into 2. This we have to add. Okay. So total will come 200 into 20, 7. Into 12, 200 into, see you can take 11 only here, not a problem. So 5333 coming here. 5333. It means if machine X is used for producing the units according to bottleneck department. So bottleneck is Y. So according to that only other machines also will be used, no? Yes, sir. So if I'm using machine X here, so 5333 hours required. Now machine Z, 200 into 20, 11.11 into 6, 200 into 2, 200 into 1. For 200 into 2, 7.11 into 6, 200 into 2, 200 into 1. So 6,399, 1,400 coming share. Just 1 minute. 200 into 2, sorry, 20. 200 into 20, 7.11 into 6, 200 into 2, 200 into 1, 4,666. And 667. So spare capacity available, required, spare capacity. So X available how much? 6,000. Required how much? 5,333. So 667. Z available 6,000, 4,667. 1333. So total spare capacity 2,000. Total is not required, but I am calculating here. Okay, so this is also understand spare capacity calculation. Yes, all students. Spare capacity calculation is understand. Chaliye, so in next class we'll start the new topic. So today this is completed. Yes, all the students clear with this? Right, chaliye. We'll close this session now. Good day.